Hi everyone, this is David Coleman from WP Mayor. Today we're going to look at a new visual WordPress page builder called Oxygen. Oxygen is a plugin from SoFly that promises pixel level control of your objects and real-time feedback. Let's begin this plugin review with an overview of the Oxygen website. Now the Oxygen website is over at oxygenapp.com. And it's a visual designer that lets you design entirely within WordPress. With HTML elements and CSS properties, Oxygen lets you build pages from scratch. You can also develop responsive CSS styles based on mobile devices. Oxygen also lets you create templates for different content. So you can target posts, pages, WordPress products, blog archives, anything you want. Things you might create templates for include WooCommerce products, your blog archive, single page templates for things like membership sites. You can also set up custom post types and custom fields with Oxygen. Oxygen lets you edit any site element you wish, including headers, footers, sidebars, and menus. And for anything that you have that goes across multiple pages, such as a header, you can create a reusable part out of it. And this way you can edit it in one place and the changes will automatically update throughout the site. You can insert third-party plugin output with short codes, widgets, and PHP code, and then you can style that plugin output with Oxygen. Third-party plugins are compatible with Oxygen, whether it be sliders, mega menus, e-commerce, or different forms. You can write code in Oxygen and see the results live. PHP, HTML, custom CSS, JavaScript, jQuery. Oxygen is built for power users and beginners. There's a lot you can do through the Oxygen toolbar. You can tint background images to make text more legible. It comes with over 800 Google fonts. They have various SVG icons and you can upload your own. You can import and export code, save updates to the database, search engine friendly, clean code. You can even use third-party page builders, and it only outputs what you put on your page, so no extra bloat to slow you down. It comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, lifetime updates, good support, an unlimited license that you can use on client websites as well, which is quite nice. Now SoFly, the makers of Oxygen, include videos to help you get started, basic videos for building a static page, a video for building a complete site with a store. They also have a YouTube channel you can check out. They have an essentials area here where you can learn how to build essential building blocks for modern websites, and a more advanced section. Their user guide, again, includes videos, and they talk about their templates and installing SVG sites, connecting to Typekit, migrating over to a new install, and the fact that you don't have to use child themes because everything is stored in the database. If you want to get support, you can contact them through email or through their contact form. They also have a debugging installation to help you reproduce what's going wrong on your end in order to fix things. So you can try Oxygen live, and this is an excellent option. They'll create a test installation on their servers that you can use for 72 hours. It's a great way to try out the plugin, see what it can do, and see if you like it. So if you want to try it out, just go to their site and click this button. It takes a little bit to load, and it gives you a little warning that it's best with Google Chrome, but you can use it on any browser and it'll display fine on any browser. And they give you some preloaded content that you can play around with. You can access the main CSS properties for a selected element. And so we'll load this on our own site and you can take a look at it closer in this demo. So let's go ahead and install Oxygen on our own site. First thing you need to do, of course, is to purchase it. Oxygen is $99 for a limited time. Again, 30-day money-back guarantee, lifetime updates, unlimited sites, is from the makers of WP All Import. So I happen to be a lucky guy and have a discount code and $0. Lucky me. You can put in my email address and you put in all your contact information, create an account with a username and a password. Then of course click the purchase button and you'll go to a purchase confirmation page where you're going to install it as a plugin, but you'll need to copy the license key for Oxygen because you're going to need that later in WordPress. Click the download button for the product. And here's how you install it. Go to Add New, Upload Plugin, and get the file that you downloaded from their site. It's a zip file. Click Install Now. After it's installed, click Activate Plugin. And here's the menu that shows up. We're going to go to the license section, and we're going to paste in the license key that we copied and click Submit, and it should show that it's valid. Now let's go back to the purchase confirmation page and get the license key for components and design sets. This will be a lot of pre-built components that'll come from Oxygen servers, and that's valid as well. Okay, now let's check out the Oxygen user interface and how to use the product. So here's the different areas within the WordPress sidebar. We got templates, and you can create templates here, and we don't have any yet. We're going to cover that at the end of this video. SVG sets. We have uploaded sets from Font Awesome and Linear Icons, and you can add your own set. You can export code and import code for other sites that were created with Oxygen. And of course, this is again the license section. Now, to get into Oxygen, you need to go to Pages, Add New, and create a page. Give it a title. And as you can see right now, it's just a basic page editor. Click Publish. But after you publish, you have this area right here. This page will be rendered with. We'll deal with templates later, but go ahead and click Edit in Visual Editor. And right now we got nothing on the page. It's just a blank white page, and we have an Add button and a Save button over here. This is to go back to WordPress, and this Settings button right here reveals page settings. How wide is the page in pixels? Gives you the default fonts for the headers and the body text. And again, we have Google Fonts loaded up that we can use, and you can add fonts as well. So let's close that up. This button here is for revealing the slide bar menu. That is the DOM tree. And right now it's just the body because we have nothing on there. Style sheets that are from the website itself, your site. And you can click on that and edit style sheets right within Oxygen. You can add your own style sheets. Selectors, these are classes that'll be from your page. Right now we have no objects and no classes. So when you click the Add button, you have various panels. We have fundamental HTML elements. There's a header that you can click on, and it's automatically added. And when you click on it, again, the primary CSS properties are revealed right away. Color, the font, Google Fonts. Again, you can change the size. These are the most common properties. The weight, if we want to go a little bolder or not so bold, you can change the tag. You can add a link. Now, when you go to the More button, you see all the CSS properties that are available. And so we can play around with the background color, anything you might want to change here. Tiling position for images, position and size, including padding for an element. We'll put 33 pixels all the way around, a little more breathing room. positioning for an element, sizing, now typography, text alignment. These are all CSS properties, and then we're getting real-time updates as we make changes, borders, and you can do coding, CSS, JavaScript. And so you have the ability to drill down and make changes to any CSS property on your site. So we can hit the trash can and delete that. Let's close that up. Now, WordPress elements, shortcode for plugins, widgets. We can add any widget onto our pages. So this is recent post, and you can go in here and again make changes to every element however you wish. You're basically building a website from scratch, but Oxygen also comes with pre-built components, including pages and entire websites. Reusable. These are components that are reusable throughout a site. We'll get back to that a little later. Components. These are, again, pre-built components. You can add a header there. And then now that we have something on the page here, you can see under the DOM tree that with the standard header bar that is within our body. And then we'll add a hero section underneath that. And we don't see we can rearrange in the DOM tree. Just click and drag. So you have your header on top, and then you can open up and drill down to the building blocks of each object. So we got a div block there and a div block there. You can collapse, expand, drill down to anything that's on our page. Text links for the menus. We can click on that, and everything is customizable. We can click on states and we can alter states. Do whatever your heart desires. It's important to remember that all these pre-made components, whether they're pages, full pages, or even websites, they're made up of Oxygen components, such as the fundamental HTML elements. So let's go ahead and add some more components to our page. Let's add some content. Here's some more pre-built content. And I must say, these are beautifully designed. I think Soulfly did a great job with that. And we can go back to components and let's add a pricing section here. Just click the add component to page button, and that shows up right there in our DOM tree. And we can get a live preview of it. And let's add a footer to the bottom of our page. Add component to page, and there you go. I mean, that quickly we can create a page for our website. And let's get a live preview of it, and of course we can go back and customize any element on that page. Click Save. That's basically, let's go back to WordPress with this button, and we want to go over to our permalink to see it on the front end. And there it is. Nicely designed, beautiful looking page. Now let's go back into WordPress and hit the Edit in Visual Editor button to get back into Oxygen. And here's our page. Let's start playing around a little bit with some items. Let's change the color on this button. We can click on our header here and type in whatever we wish. Buy our great product. And let's go and change out the image just for the heck of it. We're going to go find a new image through our media library. We'll click on that. Let's change out an icon here. And then here's our font, awesome icons. And here's all the icons, and let's choose that. Let's move down here and let's change the hover state on this button. So you can edit pseudo classes, and let's change the color on that. You can even customize your own pseudo classes. Let's change the background on this footer. You can do whatever you wish. And most of these properties, CSS properties, are covered in the toolbar. The ones that aren't, you have code. So let's click an object on our page and take a look at it in our tree. And if we click here, we can see we can make it reusable. We can duplicate it, wrap it with a div, or rename it. So let's rename it to something that's more recognizable, such as navigation. And we can make it reusable, navigation, in case we want to use that same header, that same piece of navigation throughout our entire site. Now here's where we can make responsive style sheets. And it shows you right here different size screens. And let's say we're looking at a portrait view of an iPhone. Let's say we wanted to make this a little larger, maybe make it a little bolder. And these styles will be automatically updated within the style sheet when we do this. So let's go back to our full page and click the sidebar menu and check out the classes we have now. And all these classes are classes that are on our page here. And you can go in and you can write code, write styles for these classes, and you can go full screen with your page to make it nice and easy to write your code. Okay, wrapping up this review on Oxygen, let's look at one more thing, and that's templates. Here's what a post looks like, a single post looks like without any template on it. And let's create a new template. We'll call it single post template. And the options is for a single post. So we're going to click our post. We're going to publish, and we can design our template now in Oxygen. So let's go and edit our template here. Let's grab a header from these components that are already pre-made. Let's get a section. Let's go and grab a pre-made footer. Now in our section, let's click that. We're going to want to go to components and WordPress content. And we're going to find a format, a pre-made component for our single post template. So let's click that, the blog post in full. And this is already pre-made. PHP has already been coded and it's already been taken care of. And we can save that. And this is going to format our single post in WordPress now. It acts like a template would with a theme. So let's refresh our page, and this is what we have. A slight improvement, I would say. Beautifully designed again. Soulfly has done a great job, and I think they got a pretty nice product here. If you're interested in Oxygen, definitely check out their website. I'm David Coleman for WP Mayor. Take care.